I still remember the weight of the air that day, humid, but still, as if even the wind was holding its breath. Black garbage bags, ripped and tied with lazy knots, dumped at the edge of the driveway like I was some stranger who overstayed their welcome. My name was written in Sharpie on the side of one, just one word, as if I wasn't a son, a brother, just something to be discarded. Mom stood there, arms crossed, satisfied. My younger brother and sister hovered behind her, quiet, watching, learning. "You're 25, she said. Get out now." No warning, no fight, no crime, just done with me. I didn't ask why, didn't cry. I smiled, walked past her, loaded my things into the trunk like I was collecting firewood, and drove away without looking back. She expected me to beg. She wanted it, needed to see me small. That's where she drew her power, from the begging, the breaking. But I was done giving her that. 6 months earlier, it was different. I was the fixer, the backbone, the one who held everything together when Dad left. Mom called me her rock. I paid rent, kept the fridge stocked, drove my siblings to school. She'd cry at night, and I'd sit quietly outside her room just to make sure she didn't swallow pills or something stupid. I thought love looked like sacrifice. I thought family meant debt you could never repay, no matter how much you gave. The signs came slow, quiet, like a leak in the roof you don't see until your bed's soaked. It started when she stopped knocking before entering my room. Started rifling through my things, asking too many questions, then accusing me of hiding money or stealing from her. I caught her once, in my bank app, scrolling through every transaction like I owed her every cent. That was when I realized she didn't see me as a son. She saw me as a resource, a wallet with a pulse. And the moment I stopped serving her version of control, I became disposable. So I tested it. I told her I got a job offer out of state. Good money, real future. She laughed. "You'll never make it out there. You'll be back in a month begging for this roof." She didn't know it wasn't a job. It was a test, and she failed. The eviction came 2 weeks later. I walked in and found my things already packed. Garbage bags and boxes lined at the door. She gave me 30 minutes. No explanation, just, "You're a grown man. Time to go." So I went, but not before I took something with me: information. Old habits die hard. I'd handled all her paperwork: bills, mortgage, her car lease, her utilities. She didn't know how to run a house. She just knew how to bark at the person who did. I knew where her debts were buried. I knew she was 2 months behind on the mortgage. I knew she opened a credit card in my name last year and assumed I'd never check. I didn't blow up. I played it quiet, controlled. I moved states, got a job, filed for identity theft, froze all accounts she touched, reported the fraud. Not to get her arrested, not yet, just enough to make the walls shift around her. Then I waited. The messages started on a Wednesday. First one was simple: "Call me." Then, "I think something's wrong with my bank." Then, "Did you touch my accounts?" By the weekend, 60 unread messages, all ignored. She even tried guilt, sent a picture of my siblings sitting on the couch with the power out. "You did this," she said. No, I didn't. She did, when she threw me out like trash. I visited 6 months later, quietly, no warning. Just parked down the street, waited until night fell, then walked up the driveway. She opened the door and gasped like she'd seen a ghost. "Why are you here?" she asked, clutching her phone like a weapon. "I wanted to see the house," I said, "before the bank takes it." Her face twisted. I could see her trying to piece it all together. What I did, how I did it, when I stopped being her pawn and became her reckoning. "You think this is revenge?" she spat. "No," I said. "This is closure." She called me a traitor, said I destroyed the family. I looked her dead in the eye and said, "You did that the day you chose power over love." I left her standing in the ruin she built. The foreclosure notice on the mailbox, the car repossessed, utilities cut off. My siblings? Living with my aunt now, safe, fed. She had nothing left to weaponize. And me? I had peace. I don't need apologies. I don't want reconciliation. I wanted the truth to weigh on her every time she reached for control, and found nothing. That was the revenge. Not fire, not chaos, just silence and distance, where her voice can't reach me.